Alright, everything looks like it's firing on all cylinders, so, introduction for the VOD. How's she going, my son, and welcome back to Project Ascension, the the Resolute Ironman run, with our very confused orc, in terms of his abilities. Several paladin, several priest, a warlock ability, a shaman ability, a rogue ability. They're all coming together quite nicely, though. I do like them. Now where were we headed? Because we just got our mount, which is pretty badass. I guess we can do that. So we'll go out to the crossroads, and then, with our new sexy mount, clean up some early game quests that we've still got kicking around in our book. And by then, we'll be able to move on to the better stuff. Now, we do need to be careful, just because our item level is not scaling up as fast as our character level, even though we're leveling at the same speed as regular World of Warcraft, which is slow. But it's still possible to, you know, hoop yourself a little bit if you get too ahead of yourself. Which always bothered me in games with leveled loot, pretty much. The idea that, I don't know, I guess not bother, but like, I always fall victim to it, where a character's growth isn't as linear as just getting levels. And, like, you can have a max level character that's absolute dog shit if their gear is dog shit. But you can also have, like, a really low level character who can beat a really high level character because the low level character has been, as they like to say, twinked out. AKA, higher level people have been giving them lots and lots of goodies. Pardon me. But, yeah. Trying to think. The effects because of their different dodge formula, which was an interesting double-edged sword. Yeah, back in Disgaea, I don't know if this stayed consistent throughout the series, but the very first game, you could, in the very first game, if you made a ninja and you made sure its speed stat was really good, which wasn't hard to do, that was one of their best stats, they could dodge healing effects and buffs, which was stupid, but it was a thing that happened. But they also practically dodged, like, everything else. So, you know, it wasn't often that you needed to heal them, but when you did and it didn't work, it was quite obnoxious. I don't think items use the evasion formula, though, so, like, you could rely on items for them exclusively. But, don't remember if that worked or not. It's been years. Disgaea for me was, like, high school game. I mean, considering it was originally a PS2 title, I'm not surprised. God, the fact that a PS2 is now out of date is, like, ugh, it sucks. It's such a good console. Some of my favorite games are on it. I mean, some of them are also, like, on Xbox class, or whatever the hell you call the original Xbox, and the GameCube as well, but I have a lot of them on PS2. I'd love to stream some of them, but I'd have to get the hardware for it, but, you know. All good things come in time. Oh, go away, hyena. I have a wolf now. You mean nothing to me. So how does I semiflange? Jeez, complicated dealy bopper I gotta deal with here. Geez, pardon me. Pretty much just had dinner and got on, so you are unfortunately going to be subject to my digestion. Oh, tell me I don't have to actually fiddle with things. Okay, cool. The game is actually going to tell me how to do it. Because I was not paying attention. Okay, so semiflange. Where is it? Semiflange. Shut off the main control valve. We'll do them. We'll at least do them in the order that they're saying in the book, because that should be right. Main control valve. Click. Shut off. Oh, hey, hello. Excuse me, I'm just doing routine maintenance here. You're getting in the way of progress. Please and thank you. Hey, greens. Which is good, because we're going to need a lot of money for the epic mount once that becomes a thing. Although, I don't know. I don't know how long I'll be playing this character once I get to 60, but we'll see. Fuel control valve. And then regulator valve. Cool. And then I can go to the Dealima Jumper over here and get the chummy jigger we need for the quest. Those are the technical terms, by the way. Console key from Tinker Sniggles to use on the control console. Okay, so I gotta go punk a guy nearby to get his thing. So I'm pretty much just playing like an enhancement shaman at the moment. Ooh, hello. Blue leather bag. Yes, please. Just hitting people with 2 weapons and shooting spells instantly. I don't think I'll be staying like this for very long, but, you know, the cards have kind of dropped this in my favor. Console key. Then we go back to the console, acquire the semiflange, and be on our way. Pretty sure that's what we're doing anyway. I'm just following the quest marker. Sounds good to me. Now, we have something else to do up here first. Somebody's being naughty. Why is the player base 80% healers? Probably because it's pretty easy to roll a healer in this in comparison to rolling a tank. Because, like, you can accidentally roll into being a healer. Whereas, if you were... And, like, obviously, if you don't roll into anything else, you roll into a DPS pretty much. But rolling into a tank is really difficult. Oh, hello. Didn't realize this was a quest. Ow. Like, I mean, I get what I paid for. I got off my mount after running through a camp. That's fine, though. We have an abnormally large amount of healing. Like, I've seriously played characters on Project Ascension that haven't had healing until, like, level 30. So this is, like, easy mode for me, in comparison. Okay. Whoop. Oh, come on. Bunch of greens, more money. Always good. What the? Oh. Okay. That's a mace. I don't remember that being a thing. That's fairly amusing. Okay, so, what do you want me to do? Okay, sure.
Glad I could help.
I want to see if that that Easter egg is still there. Stop moving. I need to see your command screen. Helps if my UI wasn't in the way. No, it looks like it's not there on the newer model of the whatchamajiggers, the shredders. But I think it might have only been in Warcraft 3 itself, actually, where there was that little Easter egg where the screen of Kerrigan from, like, StarCraft, from Brood War, was on the console of the like the dash. So many greens. It isn't hard to play an enchanter on this server, that's for sure. If it wasn't for the Iron Man restriction making it so I can't even get my class's basic functionality rods, I'd probably be an enchanter. Damn it. Oh, hello. Rare spawn. Cool, I'll be with you in a moment. I just finished deleting your friend here. Alright, I'm just gonna shoot you with lasers. Oh god, very fast lasers. Oh, please. Odo's lay staff and the prospector axe. Some good ass blue items. Odo's lay staff is a caster stick. Yeah. Might be pretty good for melee though. And then we get a big fat melee two-handed axe as well. But this is significantly better for that as well, so I think we'll be saying goodbye to the dual wielding. Pardon me. And get back to our staff-based combat. What effect was on the staff? Reduce the damage you take by 1. Well, okay, I'll take that. Gladly. That's an amazing ability. I mean, I'm overplaying it a little bit, but I mean, hey man, it's a positive gain with absolutely no downsides or restrictions. I'm down with that. Oh, hello. Yet another rare spawn. Holy crap. And another prospector axe. Too bad they're two-handers. I could end up dual-wielding them. I mean, I could with Titan's Grip, but I mean, come on, at that point. I would have significantly better things to be dual-wielding than a pair of level 20 blues. Come on. Energy bar, please. I need to hit more buttons. Wait, did I have the key? No, that's a booty key. Wait. Go up to the control room on top of the derrick. The supervisor should have a key for the shredder. Ooh. I want to push the big red button. There's several of them. I want to push all of the buttons. Sadly, they are just window dressing. Oh, okay, here we go. Supervisor. He patrols, and I just didn't see him. Hey. And we can slow fall our way down. Oh yeah, by the way, we have mage abilities too. I forgot to mention that earlier. So we are all over the place in terms of what class we are. Which is interesting, though. It makes for a interesting, eclectic mix of skills.
Keep it real. Time is money, friend.
Okay, I'm gonna come back for you.
Hurry back.
Because you're not going anywhere. I'll come back for you. Because I got stuff to do up here first. Slap, slap. Slap. So many dudes. Also, I'm gonna have to sort out my inventory something fierce. So, since I'm actually fairly close to Ogrimmar, I might double back and sell some stuff. Might not be a bad idea. I'm sure there's some unused NPC vendor that no one ever sees in the back end of Ogrimmar I could use. Real quick. Now, I believe one of you fine gentlemen and or ladies has a chummy jigger for me. Wasn't you. Hmm. 20.4. It's not often I see the gear score be that smooth like that. Get us some wool. Actually, since we'll be heading back that way, we might hit the first aid trainer. Because I'm pretty sure at this point I can make the better wool bandages. Not that I need them much. Shaker. Lots of greens, no freaking emerald. Meat and cloth. I mean, that is effectively what that person was made of. Come on. There we go. You know, this would be a lot easier, folks, if you just gave me the cat's eye emerald. Alright, ditch a gray item, pick up a green item. Oop, there's the emerald. Okay, so ditch you. There's got to be another gray in here somewhere, or a thing of milk. I could ditch that too. If my mouse would let me. Thank you. Pick up them and leave. And we'll get ourselves cleaned out inventory-wise. Maybe I should see if there's a bag vendor I can grab a couple of bigger bags from, because this running out of inventory space thing is starting to get a little obnoxious. I mean, it's always a it's always a bit of a running gag / problem in World of Warcraft anyway, but it can be significantly better than what we have now. Oh, hey, they fixed the some of the Titan buffs that were crashing the servers. That's cool. I mean, unfortunately, as an Iron Man, I don't benefit from that one anyway, because you don't get crafting experience from being an Iron Man for some stupid reason. I mean, I guess they didn't want Iron Man to just, like, sit in town and make shirts. Or whatever. So, you know. Makes sense. Wouldn't be much of a permadeath mode if there was no risk of you actually dying. Oh, hello, snake vendor. You'll do.
You come get the voodoo.
I need you to buy my crap. Yeah, it didn't help. I kept picking up these random engineering bits. No. I don't think anything here will be better than what I have, but it doesn't hurt to look. I mean, like, technically, but not really. Because, like, spell power is what I want, but...
You are not prepared.
Shush, Illidan. Spell power is what I want, but... Or, spell power is what I want, and it wasn't on that item, so... that I will wear. Yeah, level 26... belt. That's pretty significantly better than what I was wearing. Nope. I got level 21 shoes. Nah. Alright. Nice and emptied out again.
Be careful, man.
I'm sure there's like an obscure bag vendor or something around here. Or is that further into the drag, I think? Might be it. There's a staff vendor.
Speak, friend.
what do I need? Oh. Wait, I can make the heavies. That's news to me. Okay, so I'll make a regular just because we have an odd number of wool. We are now an expert, and we're officially working up to getting to silk, which is interesting. I didn't think we were that far along. Okay, so we're gonna get to the drag and grab ourselves some bags. It's gonna hurt. I always hate buying things from vendors in this game because they're so bloody expensive. But, you may have heard my Discord go off. That was mine, not yours. I don't think... apparently I don't think well. I don't think it's ever better to buy off a vendor than it is to buy off a player, which I think was intentional design. But it does make me question the whole, you know, reason for them existing other than to be a recycling bin for your garbage. I mean, the food vendors aren't too bad, but, like, everything else feels like really... feels really expensive. Okay, yeah, we're gonna grab some brown heavies. Yeah. And then we can shift these down. Take this bag, put it there. Hang on. You can't equip a bag if it's in a bag that you're trying to replace the slot of. There we go. That was, you know, that was a pretty significant jump. That was 8 slots for, like, what? 180 times 2, 3.5 gold-ish. Can't complain there. Now, we could go back to the crossroads again, but we do want to do that one escort quest for the dude in the shredder that we got the key for. So we're going to go do that. So we're going to have to go out back the manual way, which isn't too bad. We have him out now, so, you know. We get to zoom around the world in our glorious 60% speed wolf. And you're just telling me about the hunt in Ashenvale, aren't you? Yes, yes you are. Alright, well, I might as well just take it anyway. I did, you know, on Resolute Ironman, every single experience point helps. So there's no reason not to. We're all spent up there. We don't have talent points. Okay. Just making sure. You never know when you log off and you know, play for a few days and you log back on and you're like... You know, you insert the Gandalf image of him just being like, I don't recognize this place. It's like, heaven forbid if you ever pick up a character or, like, a save file in a JRPG or some shit after, like, not playing for a few months and you're just like, what was I even doing? It's like, past me, what going on? Oh, well. So we'll be making our way back to the Sludge Fan. Pick up that escort quest. It's like 7 people grouped up around Stranglethorn Vale. Jesus. Welcome to the jungle? It's like pretty much. And honestly, the Stranglethorn Vale leveling isn't too bad if you're not doing the Horde areas. I've noticed the Alliance areas seem to be pretty good. Admittedly, on this server, you get some Alliance that will attack you, even if you are Alliance, because criminal intent is the thing. But, you know, it's not that often. I mean, I did lose one Iron Man character to it, but I had another go through there perfectly unscathed, so it all depends on your timing. And your luck. And the generosity or lack thereof of strangers. And hello. Ooh, more rare spawns. Sweet. Ow. What the hell? Okay, the charge animation didn't play there. Oh, screw off, bird. You are way above your pay grade here. You little opportunistic shyster. And what do you give me? Band of Purification, Robes of Evocation. Interesting. Band of Purification. Well, for one thing, we do not have rings. So that is a straight upgrade. As for the Robe of Evocation... Oh, God, as much as I'd love to wear caster gear a little more. Much as I'd like to, the Chest of the Fang is just, like, strictly better. Nah. Still, though, more stuff to sell. And, man, did you see how much experience that guy was worth? Probably because I've got the rested from not playing for a few days, but, yeah, that was a lot of, experience for one mob. I like it. Excuse me. Although I suppose I should clear some of these out while I'm making my way to him. Because Lord knows when I start the quest, he's going to start aggroing everything. Then again, he is basically in a mech walker.
What's up? Glad I could help. Talk to me.
It doesn't look like he's gotten a lot more health than he should. Come on, dude. Walk the right way. There we go. No. Come on. Are you seriously just gonna meander around like an idiot for a couple seconds? Alright, there we go. It's alright, just had to get his land legs. That's a real thing, by the way. Oh. Okay, if I can just kind of meander around that one mercenary he miraculously didn't aggro. We're in business. So I'd love to know, where did the venture company come from? Like, how does a private, individualized, highly capitalist... Okay, I'd love to know why he went all the way over here.
What's up?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I can't heal him. Oh, god damn it. Well, that puts an interesting kink in the problem. So I guess I'm just gonna have to pull everything and keep myself going and try to tank everything. Oh boy. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I can't heal him. He's in a machine. And the quest is to get the machine back to Ratchet as much as it is to get him back to Ratchet. So, yeah. Well, shit. at least we'll get a lot of kills for random drops to happen while we wait for Buddy to come back. Positives. It's not like he's dead forever anyway. Better for a mage build. Focus on fire spells. PvP build. That's a tough question. Thinking of what would be the best fire mage choices when you have your like three definitely your choice talent picks at the end. That is a tough call. I couldn't really think of it because, like, he's saying PvP, but like I'd want to grab Living Bomb because that spell is fun. But I don't know how good that is in PvP, right? All right, we're going to give this a little bit, and if he doesn't spawn in, we'll just leave him be. I don't think he's coming back anytime soon, so we're just gonna go. Unfortunate. Maybe we'll come back later and just curb stomp this quest when we have some like crazy area of effect skill or something. So for now, we'll just abandon this quest. What's our next nearest thing? Well, I mean, we got stuff up here, but I guess we go to Ratchet and turn in some stuff and then see if there's anything new to grab. And then we start working down this way, and then we'll go back to Stone Talon once we're done that. Man, there's a lot to do. Feels like there's... I guess this is, you know, part of what it felt like to be leveling back in the day, other than the crazy cross-class shenanigans of this server. Which, you know, was the thing to do, right? God, such an interesting change in mindset from, like, back in 2004 to now. Where leveling wasn't a guarantee. Like, I mean, eventually, yeah, the way World of Warcraft works, if you hit your head against the wall enough times, it will break before you do. But you will crack your head open a few times before you finish. But, like, it's entirely possible that people didn't get to 60 back in the day when that was the level cap. Although, ironically enough, it's going to be the level cap again in Shadowlands. But, back when level 60 was the cap and the only content was classic, you know, there was a lot of people who probably didn't make it to level 60 because they just couldn't do it. They were just like, you know what, this is too difficult, or this isn't fun for me, so I'm out. You know, whereas like even as early as Burning Crusade, it started being a lot more, okay, you're going to get to level 70, but then what else you do is dependent on how much effort you're willing to put into it. You know, that kind of thing. And then, of course, once leveling became the was lacking the hurdle, it became about how far you could get in the raid tiers. And now that that isn't really a problem anymore, like, kind of what else do you got, right? I don't know. To be honest, I haven't played retail WoW since, like, fucking... Like, I played a bit in Panda, but then, like, mostly my experience ends at, like, early Cataclysm, so... Don't really have much input I can add to that. Alright, let's see. Vendor... Oh. That's a funny equip. Track humans. Pretty useful, though. Nope.
Goodbye.
Oh, you're the message board. I don't need to talk to you. You're just giving me the crazy dailies for this server that I really don't want to be doing right now anyway. Endless Agony. Each time your Curse of Agony ability deals damage, it increases the damage the target takes from your Curse of Agony by 3%. Stacks 50 times. What the hell? I mean, that'll take a while, but, you know, fight goes on long enough, someone is going to die. That's kind of hilarious. I imagine that's got to be, like, the Curse of Agony enchantment to take for, like, being a raid DPS character. Like, can you imagine, like, what would the composition be like? Let's just say, like, 30... Let's just say a 40-man raid with, like, 30 DPS characters. Sounds about right. All of them have Curse of Agony, and all of them have that enchantment. Good God. Huh. Like, I understand the idea of just spreading your... Hello.
What's up?
Oh, okay. Like, I understand the idea of just trying to get your name out there if you're trying to do the whole Twitch or YouTube thing. But why would you be trying to get people who are playing the game to watch you play the game? Like, that's just not going to work. They're busy playing the game. I mean, some people might put it on to just have it as a podcast in the background, but it still seems like a very minor portion of people would be doing it. Here you go. I guess this is the more money.
Be good. Hey, how you doing? Keep it
Okay.
real.
That'll be a thing I do when I go back to, when I go back up that way to, whatchamacallit, do Stone Talon.
What's
I'll
up?
do that one. The hell?
Have a good one.
Oh, right, that was like a rogue class quest thing, and I guess... And I guess the, they disconnected it because, like, it couldn't be done possibly on some characters or some shit. You're a Wailing Caverns quest, right?
Interesting.
Yes.
Keep it
Okay,
real.
so we can avoid that one. But we can turn in our giant cat's eye emerald,
Time is money, friend.
get our bag of money. which we do get to keep, but it's only a 6 slotter, so we're gonna sell it. And there was 16 silver in it. Seems a little, pompous to put 16 silver in a bag like that and to specifically hand over the bag. But who am I to judge?
What's up?
Vendor. Oh, right, I have better conjure food now. I forgot about that. Not that I use it much, but
Keep it real.
it doesn't hurt. Somebody's having fun with cosmetics. I don't expect to get a lot of people today. If people aren't playing Pokemon, because it just came out, they're going to be watching people play Pokemon. And since I'm not, well, here you are. Which is unfortunate, but, I mean, hey. It's what happens. Will I be getting it, I hear you asking me, figurative straw man? And the answer is probably no. No, because I don't feel like I should be paying for a Pokemon game that has taken out more than it has put into the series. Pretty much it, really. I've been a bit vitriolic, I guess, in the last couple of days about the game online and stuff, but like, in the end of the day, I guess if people really want to just enjoy it as it is, then they can just enjoy it as it is. Like, in my mind, they're wrong, but that's not really my place to judge, really. Like, it's just, that's what they want to do. And, like, you know, I have to account for taste. Some people maybe just don't care about a Pokemon series that actually gets any better than where it is and all that. Maybe they just want to have the experience again, just to have a new game. Doesn't matter if it's amazing or not. But I don't know. Maybe I just have more standards. I don't know. You know, it sounds like I'm shitting on them, and I really don't mean to, but I guess in a way I kind of do. God, I'm gonna sound like such a fucking hipster. But, you know, They never should have went away from sprites, I don't think. Or at the very least, they should have stuck with the sprites that were the, like, imitation, or the 3D models that were, like, the imitation sprites. Because the imitation sprites, like the Pokemon X and Y ones, where they were all, like child-sized and chibi, like, one, those were cute as hell. And two, those did not look very complicated to rig up and model. You know, and then they could focus their effort on the actual bloody Pokemon instead of, you know, focusing on the human animations and stuff, which is great. But, like, you only see those going through the story, like, once. And then the rest of the game is looking at Pokemon and their animations, which they've kind of shit the bed on, in my opinion. There's the guy I'm looking for. Got his head, a bunch of stuff from his buddies. Okay, I suppose we can just go up and turn this in. Now, we've got that elite quest coming off of that NPC, which could be dicey. I might try it, but I'm not against gluing and running. Because I do not want to lose this character to my own hubris. Which is the way I lost my very first Iron Man character when they had them last season, and I don't want to repeat my own mistakes. I'm not a fan of doing that. Is it worth it to trade Rockbiter to get T-Clap? Are you using a two-hander? If so, probably. Depends on your AoE game aside from the T-Clap. Oh, congrats to Tomcat.
Sug.
And we get a second ring.
Go forth
Nice.
to victory.
So we now do not have naked fingers anymore.
What do you need?
Yeah, it's the one I'm thinking it is. Ugh, 3 people.
For the Horde.
Alright, let me give it a try. I mean, if he's going to aggro all the dudes aside from myself, oh, they look pretty disconnected. Pants. This is a very passive invasion. Do I have to just keep killing things until the big guy shows up? Probably. God, whoever's microing these frickin' grunts and axe thrower dudes are not doing a very good job. The what? Like, okay, yeah, sure, but not who we're fighting at the moment. How do I make this quest advance? Counterattack. Just says kill them until their dudes show up. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to go too far in because I might get spawned on top of. And that would be a much no bueno. Hang back for a hot second here. No. Oh, did he show up? He did. 1400 health. I can cut through that pretty quickly. Thing is, pulling him without like 6 friends is the issue. Time to run. Yeah. Okay, it's just the invaders. I thought if the big guy didn't pull, or if the big guy pulled, I had to book it, but if the regular guy showed up, that's fine. There's the warlord. Oh! Glue! That was a panic glue. I really didn't need to do that. Oh. Good timing on the procs on the fucking Super Saiyan Smite mode. Holy shit. God, he does a lot of damage. I mean, I guess they want you to have, with a 3-man group, they want you to have a healer, a DPS, and a tank. You know, the holy trio. But, yeah, had to do that myself.
Loktar.
There you go.
Strength.
Ooh, I do not feel that was rewarded properly for that. Oh well. I mean, I'm still up north this way. I might as well go do that Samouflage. That Samouflage repair quest. Hit a vendor. Do things as you do. In an MMO. Just panic glue. That was not my finest moment. I probably should have just opened with the glue, because, I mean, 10 seconds. I could have just wailed on him. And probably killed him before he even hit me, but I don't know. I was thinking, what if he broke out really quickly or something? Or if I needed it to get away, instead of having it be my opening move, but I think the opening move gambit might have been better. Vendor. Oh, my kingdom for a sort inventory button.
Be safe.
Also, don't need this anymore. There we go. I don't even think I needed that at all, because, yeah, like, that was just a neat bit of fluff, really. That book. On the whole Samouflage thing. Oh well. So, level 23, we won't get anything. What kind of talent would we be taking? Oh yeah, we do have that now, don't we? I think I might, yeah, I might start investing in that. Arms combat, where is it? Here we go, Righteous Fury. Doesn't do a whole lot for us at the moment, but we can spec to make it basically a sort of passive defensive bonus. Which, you know, stacks nicely with the frost armor we already have. Is there anything we can do to invest in that? Probably. Frost Mage. Frostbite. Increase your armor resistance from frost armor, ice armor by that much. Frostborn, nah. Probably not worth the points. Yeah, wouldn't say it's worth it. Whoops. So many people rushing ahead with their recruit a friend bonus experience and shit. I know there's probably people who've played this server or this private server like every season, and they're probably just sick of the content. But like, by that logic, I'm just thinking, well, why force yourself to go through it even on turbo mode? At that point, why not just play something else?
Interesting.
Huzzah! Fix the sound flange, but I'm going to need some supplies. A round of 17-pound 5-gauge nugget slugs. I'm going to need a bunch of those for the... And there's a sludge fin in the east. Keeps them in their tool buckets. Da-da-da-da-da. Okay.
Glad I could help.
Back to the sludge fin we go. Oh, I had that enchantment. I purposely put it on like a low-level character's equipment. And just ran around spamming Shadow Word Pain. And it was just tentacles everywhere. It was glorious. Keep it in there. Yeah, okay. Gotta be in the sludge fen proper. $10 gold for mount, 4 gold for training, faction discounts apply. Why are you guys spawning inside of each other? Have I interrupted something? Probably. Dude, those staff criticals do a lot. Those do a lot of visual or auditory damage. Oh, I gotta go up the tower thing probably. I actually see some lootables behind those bushes. I swear mobs run away faster on this server than normal. Unless they're on, like, 5% health or some shit. Like, basically bleeding out. Might get another chance to save the Shredder guy, but not gonna hold my breath on that one. Cold iron pick. Also serves as a mining pick. I always love finding those like little... Oh, by the way, this is also a profession items. Admittedly, some of the ones you get from the raids were made to let you like break the level cap of 300 on the skills. Okay, some of them were dropping more than one. Thank God. That might have taken forever otherwise. Not that I'd minded, but, you know. Like any human being, I do enjoy when things are easier than harder. Excuse me? That was weird. Bad dog. Off of me. Out the bucket. Oh, hey, a chest. See what's inside you. An orb. And a bunch of crap. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need to confiscate the contents of your bucket. No. Oh, damn click to move. Frees up so many buttons for attacks, but gotta be careful when you're moving sometimes. Your movement becomes less precise than W inputs, but also a lot more fluid. And you also don't get stuck with the penalty of rotating super slowly when the need arises to spin in place. Like so. Whoops. I counterspelled it myself by not facing the right... Oh, hello. Ah, just a shield, though. Not anything we're going to be using. But never say no to getting a good blue drop on high risk. Of course, we're not going to get the bloody stuff until we're fighting mobs that are level 20 plus, I think. Although, who knows? Maybe that's only on higher level gear. I haven't necessarily run into any yet. Which is weird. Because I thought the intent was that all the gear you find would be bloody. If it was blue stuff. Yeah. Weird. Oh, I see a bucket. Bucket. Loot the bucket. Ooh, that one had 3 in it. Nice. We're lucky we only need 1 more. Hey. Let us go see if that gentleman is there. We can save him. But man, only 400 some odd health and I can't heal him. That's a rough ass freaking escort quest. Especially this early in the game, like, holy crap. Then again, I suppose a lot of earlier WoW content was designed with the idea of, hey, you'll be playing with friends. Which, you know, was probably true. I always have the problem, the twofold problem of playing with friends, though. One, they don't want to play when I'm playing. And by extension, I don't want to play when they play sometimes. And when we do get around to playing, I feel like we're not... I feel like we don't put enough time in. So, like, it takes, like, the stars aligning for me to be playing a game with somebody and to feel like it's better than just doing it myself. Barring content that I literally can't do by myself or is otherwise made significantly easier with other people. And in which, most of the time, that's what random groups are for. Ow. Ooh, get wrecked. Alright, let's try this again. Only this time you be less stupid. And I'll just have to kill everything, I guess. Any day now, Mr. Goblin. Any day now. I got a nice clear path, and I want you to use it before you get frickin' mangled again. Yeah, I'm not pulling any punches here. Only person who could probably aggro him is that guy over here. Oh. Other than some dude showing up as part of the quest. Ooh, hello. Quit fucking around with the controls, you don't understand.
Time is money, friend.
Well, rip your shredder, I guess. Oh well. Wow, okay, that's mean. And that is about the best retort for this kind of thing. Okay, we'll just make a right here, or, well, once we get past this ridge here. Yay, I guess. For all the people crafting that aren't me.
Welcome, friend.
There you go.
Well, spit it out.
Nog's Machine Shop back in Orgrimmar. Okay, so we can
Pleasure doing business with
do that
you.
when we go back later. Guess we'll go back to Ratchet again, turn in the escape, and then finally get to the part of the Barrens that's below the crossroads. We've been puttering about pretty much the whole episode, and yeah, still haven't gotten down there. So, leveling speed. I'm not against a game with a slow leveling speed. But I have to say, my preference is definitely for a game with a faster leveling speed and punchier level ups, if that makes any sense. I mean, like, yeah, that's kind of just sounds a bit like you just want to power level fast, and to an extent that is true. But at the same time, nothing sucks more than getting a level up that gives you like next to nothing. You know, it sucks in D&D, it sucks in Pokemon, it sucks in any MMO. Just getting a level up that gives you like some token base stats and then like maybe a choice. Maybe a choice. The emphasis being there on the maybe. You know, it's not a feel-good feeling, but I think every level up should be a feel-good feeling. Now, how's the best way to solve that? On the one hand, you can make level ups really frequent and just have a lot of them, which isn't too bad. Also, was that a male orc named Lisa? No, USA. USA. Oh, USA. Oh. I saw like a little break in the U, and to me it looked like Lisa, which I thought would have been funny. As for the back to the level up talk, how do you solve the problem of shitty level ups? Well, you can make every level up astounding, but that runs the risk of making the game ludicrously, like, ridiculous in the end. Which, I mean, if it's what you're aiming for, that's fine. A lot of people like to think that that's a problem, but honestly, I don't. If a game has, like, an absurdity level to it that just fits its setting, then by all means. What? Okay, sorry, my train of thought went out the window. Child level 20 has been killed by overeating. Okay, some people have to set this shit up on purpose. There's no way that's accidental. That was so staged, but god damn it if it doesn't make me laugh. Because it is a horrible, horrible joke. Oh god. God, that's just not right, but you gotta laugh almost just to appreciate the effort put into setting that up. Oh my god.
Yo!
Give me the flare gun, I guess.
Be good!
Okay. That's done. That's that one guy I can't do, the outlaw board, and you're the dude who wants the tubers. Which is in the dungeon that I can't go into because Iron Man, so yeah, don't have to do that quest.
I got what you need.
Okay. Vendor. Lots of vendoring. Assassin's Blade. One-handed dagger. Good deeps, but doesn't really help with the whole spellcasting hybrid thing we got going on here. Still, make a lot of money.
Have a good one.
Hell, we might even buy a, like, bite the bullet and buy, like, a 12-slaughter bag. Excuse me, from the vendors, which is, oof, that's always an expense. So, we've talked about the one way we can make level ups worthwhile, where every level up is an explosion, is like a crazy explosion of power, and you just get so many of them eventually over time that you just become these ridiculous... You just become this ridiculous powerhouse, you know, bench pressing planets kind of thing. And, I mean, with the right kind of game, that fits great. But, then you get to... but what if you want the game to be a little more impactful with the level ups? Then you could do the idea where instead you have very few level ups, but each level up really means something. Like, you get a level up, you feel like a completely different character, almost. Which does kind of fall into the same rut, or the same problem as the, like, every level up is explosive and frequent, but it also might even out better in the end. Particularly if the levels take a while to do. Now, there's another thing you can do. And that's having multiple ways to level up. Or like multiple avenues that you have to level up in. So that way you can get lots of level ups without over bloating a character. But at the same time, people always feel like they're progressing. I think that's one of the reasons why Warframe does so well. Yeah, aside from it just being a really fun game. Where the, what was I trying to say? Where the, God, I'm having a complete Alzheimer's moment here. I literally just dropped my sentence in my head. Oh, that's not a good sign for the future. Oh well, whatever. I mean, we were talking about level ups, and we were talking about different ways to make level ups work, and yeah, I completely, wow, that's sad. Rip Mancrick's wife. But yeah, my brain just doesn't want to work right now. Oh well. So, we're going to be getting to Camp Tarajo in a moment. Great little area. Lots of experience. Lots of quests. A lot of them involve killing Quillboars. Like, almost all of them do. Barring the occasional, like, kill a named wild rare mob and turn the bit of it into this guy. You want the weapons of the dudes further south, which I can pick up there. You are my turn-in. Well, I mean, the name is accurate. Like, she's technically right, but just not very creative. just orc woman. Like, yep. That's what you are. Well... Oh yeah, that one makes me go... What is it? That one makes me go back up, like, freaking up this way, doesn't it? I can do that later. You're just telling me to go to Thunder Bluff. Doesn't really give me any experience, so fuck it. And then we go to... talk to Mr. Piggy in here. He's not very friendly, but he wants to have all of his old friends killed off. I can appreciate that. Because we are, after all, in World of Warcraft, pretty much nothing but murder hobos. Nope. I sufficiently... Take two. I definitely think the hamster in the wheel that is in my head has fallen off the wheel. It's the only thing I can think of. It's just... He's just checked out for the day, and I don't blame him. Man, Desperate Prayer likes to crit, which I appreciate. It's an ability with some hustle. $79 copper nodes to get from 60 to 65. I think you're supposed to smelt as a source of skill ups after a while. What was that guy's name? Solomon. Solomon. Oof. That staff crit sound, man. Gets me every time. So... talking about something that came up in the chat just there. The whole, I will give you my firstborn if this random event happens. Back in the day, I could see that, you know, being given someone's firstborn is like a big deal. Because, like... I mean, not that, you know, human trafficking isn't a big deal, because it's technically illegal in the biggest way possible, and not something people should be doing, willy-nilly. But, is he an Iron Man? No, okay. So we can just totally walk around and not even care. They are high risk, but they cannot attack me. Because I am an Iron Man. They'd probably want to. Don't mind me, folks. Ow. Not paying attention, were you? Boo! I mean moo. We out. Okay, that was pretty funny. Gotta give him points for that. Gotta give him points for that. He wasn't paying attention. Thought I was easy pickings. But nope. I am an Iron Man. Well, that escalated quickly. Jeez. Anyway, back to the firstborn topic I was going to talk about. Like, I can see back in the day, in terms of, like, you know, legality aside, giving someone your firstborn being a big deal. But these days, giving someone a child is actually something of a financial sink. Like, it's the exact opposite of a reward. I mean, unless they just want to raise a kid, I guess, but, like, at the same time, it's like, you're not really getting anything out of it in terms of, like, a reward for doing something. It's a responsibility. It's like the exact opposite. Again, it's the exact opposite of a reward. Now, is it a rewarding responsibility? I think so, but, you know, I imagine a lot of people wouldn't. Hey, level 23. Still got almost another level of rested experience, so we're probably going to get to 24 in a reasonably short period of time. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you're level 58, that's why. I was like, Jesus, how are you killing things so fast? That would explain it. You are horribly over-leveled for this zone. Don't know why she's here, though. Whatever. I will, however, put a point into Protection Paladin's ability to improve Righteous Fury. So, -1, chance to be crit, -2, all damage taken. That's not bad. I can think of worse things to get for 1 point investment, you know? I can certainly think of worse things. So, don't exactly have an enormous audience tonight. And that's fine. I gotta admit, there are days I spend, well, I mean, like, not the whole day, but there are days where I have spoken to basically an invisible audience before. I don't know if that's a sign of madness or just loneliness. Probably a bit of both. But I mean, hey, I'm recording this, so at the very least, this is something someone you know, at least in the future, someone will possibly see this and might get a chuckle out of it. Oh god, they killed Yogi. Ranger Smith called a hit on him. That's no good. Yeah, these guys are just generic storm stouts. Is there any more Quill Wars over this way? I don't think I've ever gone this far north to find the Quill Wars. Yeah, there are, but they're getting murdered by that high-level character, I think. No, got a couple up here. Legs of the monkey. Come on. There we go. So, what are we looking for? Ability-wise, I'm still torn between playing this character as a hybrid and playing this character as a pure caster. I think in the long run, just because we have Smite, pure caster is better. But if I keep getting handed the hybrid abilities, I might focus on it instead. I don't know. It all depends on what we roll. But what would work for both options? What would be something I could just genuinely get that would be amazing? Flame Tongue Weapon. Because if I go pure caster, then it just makes my stat stick better. And it also incentivizes me getting 2 stat sticks. What server is this? This is Project Ascension, my good man. This is a private server where characters can multi-class, basically. And in particular, they have seasons, like temporary leagues, basically, where they give a new set of rules for how your characters get their abilities. In this server, for example, you draft your abilities every 2 levels as if you were playing a card game. So, like, my next level up, which won't be for a little bit yet, but on my next level up, for example, I will be handed 3 ability cards and told, choose one. And, you know, I get a choice, but I don't have the choice of just anything. Like you can on the normal servers, or the normal realms on this server. Because like the whole point of this server is it's a classless Wrath of the Lich King era World of Warcraft server. Now they only have the original classes in the game to pick from, and only vanilla WoW content. But they are about to launch Burning Crusade, I believe. They're doing a lot of alphas for it, and they're trying to get it all running. But in the meantime, content basically ends at the old Naxxramas, which is still a lot. Although when they do the seasonal servers, they like sort of stagger the releases of the raids and stuff again. Kind of like what they're doing with Classic. Now on this particular server, we actually have a couple challenges you can do. The first being Ironman. It's a solo run where permadeath is enabled, meaning you die, you lose the Ironman challenge, and if you're not high enough level, you can't even resurrect the character, and just keep playing them as normal. I think I'm high enough level to do that. Ooh, hello. Not very good, though. Do I have a resurrection stone? No, I do not. Oh, that worries me a little bit, but whatever. And the other challenge, which can stack with Iron Man that I'm running as well at the moment, is Resolute mode, where you level at the rate you level in actual vanilla World of Warcraft, instead of it being the accelerated rate that the server normally has. Especially if you're playing on high-risk mode, which is a special mode where free-for-all PvP is enabled, and when people die, they drop randomized pieces of their equipment. But the mobs in the world also drop randomized blue and better items depending on the amount of gear you yourself have equipped. Basically, the item level stat is pretty much magic item find, if you've ever played like Diablo 2, for example. Like, I got a button here that tells me my gear score, and my gear score is 21.3 repeating. So I can reasonably expect to find items that are, like, designed for level 21-ish characters. Along with just, like, whatever should normally drop off the mobs. You know, which would be the usual collection of, you know, gray and green crap. Hope I didn't overload you with information there. Won't lie, I got a little excited getting some chat interaction, because as you can see, the chat's a little quiet tonight. I am recording this, of course, but, you know, part of the fun of streaming is doing the whole talking live with people while you play a video game thing. And that is perfectly okay. If you just want to play through World of Warcraft with the additional factor of the what am I trying to say? The multi-classing or the classlessness, by all means, play no risk. That's perfectly acceptable. You can just do dungeons to get your gear like you do normally. And you can do it on this season as well. You don't have to do it on the legacy servers. Or the legacy realms. You can do it on the current season. You can just, because all the challenge modes are optional. When you start, you are
not prepared.
And that'll happen occasionally, just because whenever someone buys into the alpha for Burning Crusade, Illidan does his little speech. But and then chat loses their mind for half a second. Yeah. But the, all the challenge modes are optional. If you play on seasonal, though, the randomization is not optional. You have to use the draft mode. So if you really want to experiment and just play with the idea of classless World of Warcraft, play on one of the legacy realms instead. Because then you just get points that you spend to buy abilities as you level. And you can spend them on any ability you are a high enough level to qualify for. Screw you, I have anti-venom. Nah. God, I really need to find spell power gear that's better, because I don't want to trade out the spell power gear I have, but I need to level up my equipment. So, could be an issue. So do we have enough tusks? 59. No, we don't. Okay. Murder more quillboars. There we go. I don't think the quillboar ever became super relevant in the plot of World of Warcraft. They kind of like just stop existing after like the Barons. I'm pretty sure. We can use a quick bag run, so we're gonna go back to Camp T, go back to the crossroads, give Mankirk the unfortunate news, turn in those quests, and hit a vendor. As you do when you're playing World of Warcraft. What the? Okay. Got ourselves a shootout. And that is one of the reasons why I like playing Iron Man, because people on normal modes doing shit like that can't touch me. Oh, oh, someone got up to him. Oh shit. Oh shit. A lot of missiles flying everywhere. Oh. Oh, Revenant down. That's unfortunate. Oh, she can loot it. Are they in the same group, maybe? Might be. Orc woman's going down, I think. Oh, no. Oh, oh, oh! Got him. Huh. Can they get to the... Can they get to the chest? That's the real question. Can they get to the chest? Oh, they can.
Victory or death.
Very nice. Right, I don't have to turn in any quests here.
Peace, friend.
Just wanted to see the little bit of carnage happen before I left. It's all good. Man, in regard to Twitch, like, I'm not going to shit on them because I am streaming on them at the moment, but at the same time, they've made a lot of questionable decisions about, you know, who follows what rules and when, as of late. And it would be nice if they were at least consistent, you know? Oh, well. None of these are worth it. This is worth more money.
Go with honor.
And unfortunately,
Go forth to victory.
all we can do is tell him that his wife is dead. Oh, right, I gotta kill... Yeah, I guess I'll do that while I'm up here, too. Kill a zebra, put the corpse near that tree. Jibba jibba, Bob's your uncle. I'm gonna hang on to these. Those give those buffs eventually. We got male shoulders at least. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. 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 Don't need this.
May your
Well, we've got
blades
more gold
never
than we
dull.
started the stream with, and that's saying something, considering we purchased 2 big-ass bags from vendors. But, I mean, yeah. Doing pretty good that way.
Blood and thunder.
Just so much shit to sell, which I love.
Lotar.
Plus, the big thing on this server that always... Wait, am I
For
talking
the
to you? No, no,
Horde.
that's not what I need to do. The big thing on this server that always, or on retail that always made you lose a lot of your money was the fact that you had to spend money to get the individual ranks of your skills. And, like, as someone who played a Warlock back in the day, having to do that for myself, as well as upwards of 4 different pets, that got expensive. Plus, you're also leveling professions, plus you're also leveling, or plus you saving for the infamous mount, especially back when it cost like 40 gold to get your first mount at level 40, or it was 60 gold at level 40, whatever. You know, it was a lot more than what we got to do now. Alright, I got a motor. I mean, I got 30 minutes, but I can't exactly go off and do something else. Want to sell bizarre tokens. You can do that? Oh yeah, I guess you could, because they're not soulbound or anything, are they? Hmm. Also, I would love to find the person in Blizzard who thought of the concept of soul binding in MMOs and just give them 5 across the face. Just because I don't like that concept at all. Having played this server and having had the freedom of being able to buy equipment just feels so much better. Like, I still want to earn a lot of it myself, but sometimes you just don't get what you're looking for. And you've got all this money you're sitting on that you might as well spend on something. And why not let that something be something that involves character progression? Alright, got that done. I guess the closer flight path is Ratchet? Yeah, but if I go to the Ratchet flight path, I'll end up going to the crossroads anyway, so... On the other hand, we could just go south and go fight pigmen. Yeah, I'll just go fight pigmen. This way. But the... Pardon me, I'm low energy today. I mean, it doesn't help I've only been up for a couple hours, but I mean, come on. Whoop, somebody got Wind Fury. Yeah, I've had that once. On a character that was, like, dual sword spec. Just investing in all the things that give you extra attacks. Ooh, hello. Just all the things that give you extra attacks on attack. And it's just like... Sometimes you just make someone explode when you touch them, and it's great. Face scale cloak. Ooh, hello. Yes. Give, please. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Lower item level, but it's spell power instead of spirit, which I really don't need, so yay. What was that other red thing? It's a hammer, but it's actually worse as a melee weapon than my staff still. It's a little crazy. But I'm okay with this. What sword did I get here? Defias Rapier. interesting. Hey, another rare spawn. Ah! What the heck corrupted me? Ah, one of them gave me tetanus. Ooh, a bag. Nice. I'll take that as a drop from a freaking, from a rare spawn? Hell yeah. Barbaric robe. Nothing else of any real value, though. Still. We got ourselves some, got ourselves a sweet-ass bag. So you know what? I'll take it. Aren't zebras just striped horses? Or are horses stripeless zebras? I thought zebras were just tiger horses. Okay, I think that's the best Rubicante. I think that is the best interpretation of what a zebra is. Hunter abilities, to be honest. Just a short black and white giraffe. I'm just gonna smite spam these guys down just cause they shoot spells too, and that starts hurting after a while. Plus they're squishy. With if I get a lucky crit or two, I can kill them pretty fast. Huh. Huh. Not sure why he's doing that, but... I had to hold my not auto loot button. What the hell? Huh. Okay. That's unusual. Ooh, Savory Deviate Delight. Neat. I mean, I'm just going to vendor it, but, you know. It's always fun to see something that brings back some good memories. And for Horde, back in the day, was a very good moneymaker. Since Alliance liked to play with it too, but they couldn't farm it. And they couldn't farm the material to make it. very easily. Oh dear, I am out of mana. Oh, come on. These one hit point survivors. Yeah, that swift justice thing for the smite is kind of ridiculous. And it does make a lot more sense as to why a lot of smite characters absolutely kicked the shit out of me on other seasons. Because they had that ability, and it went off, and it just made them freaking go nuts. Okay. How many of them do I gotta kill? Tribes at war. Oh, complete. Cool. Alright, let's get out of here. Well, that's a somewhat risque guild name. Oh well. The hell sound was that? That is not the sound they normally make. What in the fuck? Huh. Now there's one guy around here that's like blue. That's a quest turn in. If I can grab him before... He's probably camped to hell and back. Just because, you know. Because he's a quest. And because he's pretty close to the town, he's likely getting picked off by every Tom, Dick, and Harry that are meandering their way through. Oh well. Buddy still on the roof? Nope, didn't look like it.
Ah, I've been expecting you.
3 Thunder Lizard blood.
Be
Okay.
careful.
Now we can talk to you. Easy points there. Give me all the buffs. All the buffs, all the quest experience music. Rah! Okay. So we need Thunder Lizard blood, which is not a hard thing to get. Just gotta whack a Thunder Blizzard hard enough. I find it kind of fascinating that on this server, it's entirely possible to get like a mixture of your patch being out of date, but being up to date enough that you can still play the game, but with glitches. And I'm just like, what other game can do that? I'm guessing the idea is that since the patches for this are actually a mod, basically, the only thing the game really checks is that if you have the Wrath of Lich King client. There's some blood. There's some blood. There's the third one. Of the owl shoes. Nah, that's where I get the Swift Justice effect from, which I really like, and I really wish I had it on another piece of gear that was a higher level, but I'm not going to be able to get it, which is going to suck. Excuse me.
Greetings.
Find and slay a Thunderhawk. Okay.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
Shouldn't be too hard. Pretty sure there was a couple nearby. Swear I saw one. Oh well. I know there's some more across the road here, so easily enough done. Easily enough done. Get the wings. I imagine back in the day, that quest was one of those ones where it's like you're looking for the one thing, and the drop rate is so obnoxious that you're there killing them for like half an hour or whatever. Thankfully, this server respects your time, and has increased the drop rate on most drop rate quests.
How?
Take the weapon. It's always worth more. Okay, yeah, I know where that one's going. I
We
think
shall meet again.
I'll pick it up, but I'll do that one.
Go in peace.
But I'll do that one later. I want to go south more. Oh. Could have sworn there was a vendor in here. Are you a vendor? Or are you just a quest?
Loktar.
You are just a quest. Okay. You guys are vendors, however.
I have just the thing for you.
do, though. Hello. That's a kick-ass freaking mount, whatever the hell that is. Mechagon Peacekeeper. I'm guessing it's one you get from the cash shop. Or, sorry, I should say the donation store. Because it's technically not a cash shop, because you're not allowed to do that when it isn't your game that you're running a private server for, but, you know. Semantics. Important legal semantics.
Be careful.
Yeah, so we also have got the quest down this way to get the Silithid eggs. Yeah. Which could be sus. I've heard on this server, and I've seen the horror stories of people getting kind of bodied by the billions of little bugs that can come out. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. And if it's really hairy and not worth doing, I will just bail. Because even though this is on Resolute mode, where every experience point matters, it doesn't matter if it kills us, because we're also Iron Men. So, you know, gotta cut our losses. Man, I can't even imagine having to do these quests back in the day with no mount. I mean, I did them, but it's been so long. It's just like, how did I ever do this? I guess the answer is just I had a lot of time on my hands. Still do, really. Do his little dudes disappear if he dies? They do, okay. So it's better just to focus fire and kill them than it is to try to do anything fancy. Unless you've got, like, crowd control or something. Kind of funny how these early Silithid are just like various crustacean models. They don't have any of their crazy special models like they do down in whatchamajigger, the desert. Ooh. One-handed axe, not bad. The orc in me approves. should be starting to get better stuff, too, because I'm starting to fight mobs that have crossed the level 20 threshold. Oh, speaking of... No, it's not bloody. I'm still wondering when you get the bloody items. You're supposed to get them in world encounters, but I'm not getting any so far. I don't ever remember doing this quest, like back in the day. Although I probably did. Was there 3 of them? Explain why I'm getting the shit kicked out of me. Yeah, there was 3 of them. That explains quite a few things. I think I also pulled a grub. Oh, hello there. Hopefully I didn't leave you hanging there too long. I lost track of my chat there for a second. Come on. There we go. No. Many angry crabs. Cord of the tiger. Probably got better. Yeah, this might take a while. I need to get 12 eggs. I'm only getting one per mound. I'm digging up. I mean, it's consistent, but it's also slow going. Well, at least we'll be swimming in greens by the time we're done here. What class am I playing? I am playing on Project Ascension, so technically classless. What I've been handed is a smattering of holy-themed healing and damage abilities. Just a smidge of shaman and like rogue for melee stuff, which is interesting. Now, I'm definitely leaning towards being more of a caster as I level, but I have to see what the cards give me. I could end up rolling like full warrior abilities for something. I don't know. Whoops, not you. You. Don't know yet. We'll see what happens when it happens. Yeah, angry crabs. I'm guessing your abilities are randomized. Mostly. I have, I'm playing on draft mode, which gives you a choice of 3 abilities every time you're given the ability to learn new abilities. But, otherwise, yes. What 3 options I'm given are randomized with, like, the caveat of slight weighting and of there being like some fudging of the dice, basically. Like, for example, I'll never roll an ability I literally can't use. So, for example, unless I roll Drain Soul, which is the ability warlocks use to get soul shards to summon demons, I won't ever roll a demon. Because unless it's the imp, which doesn't need one. Because all the other demons require soul shards. I wouldn't roll... I can't roll paladin judgment spells because I don't have a seal, as another example. I won't roll druid animal attacks because I don't have the ability to turn into an animal. Now, if I get one of those abilities, then those other... Hello. Those are added to the pool, basically, of things that I could roll. But at the moment, no, I cannot get those. Would I take them if offered? Maybe. I might take Drain Soul, because that means I could get, like, Felguard later, if I really wanted to, which could be pretty good. But, oh yeah, it's a hoot. I do love this server's classless system. It's pretty fun. But I do find myself running into the issue of I pick too many abilities and trying to use them all in one rotation just makes me trip all over myself. Now, where else? Oh, there we go. There's one. Man, the tribalism apparent in people these days is kind of shocking, but also fascinating. Yeah. Everything on him. Not a healer. I think those fish are actually seasonal, not location based. Because it's November, you get winter squid. In August, you'd get summer salmon, I think is the fish. Yeah, people like doing their silly things in large numbers. Which I can't blame them. You know, I can't with a straight face say, you know, oh, I'm above that, because I'm not. But I do have enough, I think I have enough foresight to look at it and be like, you people are nuts. Move aside. Like, you people are nuts. Hold my beer. Oh, there's a grub. Don't want to pull those crabs out of the ground along with a grub. Unnecessary risks. Not what you want to do in Iron Man. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I'm playing on... in case you didn't see in the title, I'm playing on Iron Man mode, which is solo and permadeath on, and Resolute mode, meaning I level up at the normal World of Warcraft experience rate instead of the accelerated rate the server normally has. And I get sweet prizes for doing so. Assuming I get there in one piece. Which I might not, but we'll see. very least, I don't think this quest is very popular because I don't see a lot of people doing it. Unless I just don't see a lot of people here, so... Hey, jeez, I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even notice. Okay, so, as you can see, so this server has Ironman mode, or do you implement the rules yourself? No, it has an optional debuff you can take called the Ironman Challenge that you take at level 1, and then you, from that point forward, follow its rules. Or die and, you know... Or die and lose it. And then you gotta resurrect if you can. If not, your character is just a ghost forever. So, I did want some crowd control in this build because I have none at the moment, and it's kind of obnoxious. I'd like to get... Like, Intimidating Shout feels like the best for me because while it is rage-powered, it is also a fear, which is better for casters. Mind Flay is neat as another spell, but it's another, like, main spell, and I already have Smite, so I really don't need Mind Flay. Plus, like, you know, Shadow spells versus Holy spells. I've spec for Holy stuff instead of Shadow stuff. You know how it is. And Hibernate is just kind of not good. So, I think Intimidating Shout is the way to go here. But I will be on the lookout for possibly something to replace it later with some kind of reroll system or whatever. I guess up there is fine. And then we can put our extra stat points in, which we go like that. There we go. Evenly split our into intelligence and stamina because either an empty mana bar or an empty health bar is the death of an Iron Man character in this mode, in my opinion. Because obviously if your health runs out, you're dead. But if you run out of mana, you cannot heal, you cannot do a lot of your damage. You're kind of hooped if you're out of mana. Unless you rolled a lot of rogue and warrior abilities. Because that's the thing with playing like randomized World of Warcraft, basically. A lot of it is casters. Ooh, hello. Black Malice, two-handed mace. That was my phone. Don't worry about that. I really got to turn that off when I'm streaming. Oh well. Cause a Shadow Bolt on the enemy for damage. Still not very good in comparison to my Lay Staff. Especially since staves on this server give that inherent spell damage bonus, which I love. But, yeah. That mace wouldn't be an upgrade anyway. Loads of drops. You can squash mobs pretty easily. I'm, well, for one thing, you do have those extra stats, which doesn't hurt. I don't think any of no, none of mine are giving me damage, but I'm also over-leveled. I'm level 24, the mobs here are like level 20. Well, some of them are getting up there, 22, 24. But, I have been trying to focus on quests that are, like, green quality mobs, I guess, as much as I'd love to do higher end stuff. You know, the higher end stuff comes with the risk of getting yourself killed. So, you know. Plus, I have been getting a decent mix of abilities, so I seem to, you know, I'm not like struggling for damage, and I have healing out the yin yang, so I'm pretty good in terms of some basic stuff. Like I said, I'd love to get more crowd control. I'd love to get more crowd control, and I'd love to get this, like, just some utility. Like, for my next like cheap abilities level up, where you get 2 abilities that are only worth 1 point each because they're kind of weak, I would love to get Conjure Water, and I'd love to get like, I don't know, maybe Track Beasts or something. I can't really think of like a specific one that would be any good. More passive defenses would be nice. Like, I would love Mana Shield, actually. I was playing with it last server, or last season, and it was really good. And having life tap while I have mana shield is kind of insane. And while I also have good healing abilities and stuff, like mana shield would probably be one of the best gets. Actually, come to think of it, when can I possibly roll into that? Also put another point in this. Reapply that just in case. So now we take 4% reduced damage from all sources and -2 crits, or -2 chance to be crit, so that's pretty good. When can we possibly get mage? We could start getting it like now if we're lucky. Now it's just a matter of rolling into it, I guess. The level cap in this is 60 at the moment. They haven't set up Burning Crusade yet, but like the client is Wrath of the Lich King, so like you have the Wrath of the Lich King adjustments to abilities and such, but we still only have access to level 60. Because like to give you an idea, like you can see that there's the Wrath of the Lich King and like Burning Crusade level stuff in the skill trees, but we can't access them yet because we literally cannot go beyond level 60. Which is such a tease, but I mean, you know, they gotta make it work. I mean, they could descale some of the abilities and make them usable at lower levels. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't, but they're mostly working on getting the basics working first, I guess. Oh, the Warlords of Draenor models. Those are actually now it's a mod like everyone is aware of and uses, but that is actually a mod. If you play this game, if you play Project Ascension like completely vanilla, you will be playing with the 2004 old school World of Warcraft models. Which is probably one of the reasons why I immediately upgraded. Because I played with those back in the day. I don't need to play with them anymore. Lots of Silithid goo. And it's mostly the character models. Oh, hey, it was the last egg we needed. Sweet. Can you use the mod for Classic WoW? What did you need to play on this server? Oh, do you mean like the patch for your physical appearance? I don't know. I would assume because it's the official game, if you try to mod it in a way that they don't accept, it might cause some issues. Because it is Blizzard specifically, and, you know, their servers might flag it as, like, cheating or something. I wouldn't... But at the same time, like, I imagine you can just fiddle with the visual files and have whatever models you want. But you'd probably have to deal with the game constantly patching itself every time you loaded it up. Which would probably involve some kind of, like, backdoor... would probably involve some kind of backdoor, like, anti-patching thing, which would probably make you flagged for, like, I don't know, something they could ban you for. With any sort of, like, legality behind it, probably not, but the idea, I believe, is that other than add-ons, which is very specifically things that are added on top of the base game, the data of the game you're playing is not to be tampered with. And plus it makes it not classic. Yeah, like, you know, if you're playing classic WoW, you're playing classic WoW. Shitty-ass models and all. Although I gotta say, playing Ascension is actually the first time I really had a lot of exposure to these models, because I stopped playing the game back in early Cataclysm with a brief return in, like, early Pandaria. I didn't actually play with these new-ass models until very recently. Because I was just playing Ascension with the classic models, and then I was like, oh, you can update them. Okay. And I'm like, sure, why not? And so I did. And here we are. And apologies, but I think I'm gonna turn in for tonight. I'm a little low energy, and I don't think I'm giving my best for the stream. So I think we'll cut it here for now. But thank you all so much for watching, VOD viewers in the future, and the small collection of people who made it to the live. I appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, subscribing helps, and as does liking the video and commenting on it. Makes YouTube see the videos in a more positive light. If you're on Twitch, following helps there. Appreciate it. If you want to follow me on Twitter so you know when I'm going on live again, there are links in the descriptions of both the YouTube video and the Twitch channel, I believe. Hopefully, if not, I'll correct that in the future. And thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one.